new Sectaur figures from the Nacelle company, new NECA reveals from PowerCon, a new Marvel Legends live stream this week, and a whole lot more. So let's jump right into it. Hey, all you action figure enthusiasts out there, JC here, and welcome to a Monday edition of TNInews. So let's start off with a little bit of news from Hasbro. So last week they announced that they will be having a Marvel Legends live stream coming this week, specifically on Wednesday, which is going to be August 10th at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So in the announcement, they said there would be new reveals and pre-orders. So I've done a little bit of checking, and it looks like we might be getting a new Avengers wave. This, I believe, is probably going to be that all comic book wave I've talked about before. I wasn't quite sure on what the theme was going to be, whether it was going to be Spider-Man or Avengers, but I believe it may be Avengers. So we will probably see something along those lines. Who knows what else? I don't think we're going to get the HasLab announcement because I think they would dedicate, if they were going to do that during a live stream, they would dedicate the entire live stream for that. So I think that announcement is likely going to come during PulseCon, which is going to be at the end of September. Now, while we're on the subject of Marvel, I just wanted to share these new official images released by overseas company Sentinel for their Fighting Armor Loki figure. So this is the line of figures that they've been doing where they take Marvel characters and they give them armored type looks. So Loki is the latest, which is slated for release in February of next year. It will come with multiple pairs of hands. He will come with a staff and a flight stand. He's got a soft goods cape. You can see here he's fighting the Fighting Armor Thor figure, which also went up for pre-order fairly recently. Now, this particular figure, the Loki one, has not gone up at places like our sponsor Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth yet, but should be going up within the next few days. For McFarlane Toys, just a quick note here that that John Stewart Green Lantern figure for their DC Superpowers line, the 5-inch version. This is one of the figures in Wave 2. This figure has started to show up at physical stores. It is now currently listed on the Walmart website, though not currently available for actual purchase. We've been seeing this happen with a number of figures, including the Nightfall Batman and the Hal Jordan figure. So, you know, they've been hitting physical stores. They're listed on the Walmart website. They even seem to briefly be available, though most people, when they tried to add it to their carts, they got error messages. So I don't think these have really gone officially up for sale on the websites, but they are listed there, including the Green Lantern figure, and I'll put a link to that in the video description below if you want to keep an eye on it and don't want to try and have to hunt for this figure at physical stores. Okay, now this past weekend was the PowerCon convention, which is no longer a Masters of the Universe only convention. In fact, this year Mattel was not in attendance, so there was no new Masters of the Universe reveals made during the weekend. But a few other companies were there, including NECA Toys, and then another company, the Nacelle company, was there, and they made some new license announcements. So this is the company that has previously announced doing figures like the RoboForce figures. The folks behind the Toys That Made Us on Netflix, that docuseries, decided to start manufacturing toys. So the two latest licenses that they've announced are Power Lords and Sectaurs. So classic 80 lines that they're bringing back in 6 to 7 inch scale is basically what these figures are in. I guess we'll call these 112 scale. So at PowerCon, they had a couple of prototypes on hand. So for Sectaurs, they had the characters Darkon, which is said to be about 7 inches, and then Stellora, which is said to be about 6 inches. And then for Power Lords, they had on hand the characters Shia and Arcus. So for the Power Lords, they just had the unpainted prototypes. But again, they announced these licenses at PowerCon this past weekend. They had these prototypes on hand to give folks a first look. And if you were into either of these lines back in the 80s, then this is something that you might want to check out. So no word yet on when these will be up for pre-order. Places like Big Bad Toy Store should carry these. They've been carrying the other stuff from the Nacelle company, so I would expect them to have these as well. But no other details available at this time. When they do become available, of course, I'll be sure to let you guys know. And then, as I mentioned, NECA Toys was also in attendance at PowerCon this weekend, and they did reveal something for Masters of the Universe, not figures like some people were thinking or maybe hoping, but they did announce new Halloween latex type masks for Masters of the Universe. So if you're into masks, if you're into role play, these are things that you might want to check out. These actually, look pretty good for masks. So not only do they have, or basically they're just doing the bad guys, at least for right now. They don't actually have like a He-Man mask, but you got Skeletor, you've got Hordak, you've got Beastman. These are being offered on the costumes.com website. So they went up, I believe Skeletor and Beastman went up for pre-order this weekend. But other masks that they showed were Merman, Stinkor. I don't think the mask actually stinks, other than maybe latex. And then Trapjaw and Webster look like are getting the mask treatment as well. So again, these are being offered through costumes.com. And if you're into, Halloween costumes or cosplay, this might be something that you want to check out. Now, besides that announcement, NECA also had their own panel at PowerCon this year, and during that panel, they gave us some additional details. They didn't really show anything new off at the panel, but they gave us additional details on items we had seen a few weeks ago at San Diego Comic-Con. So a big thanks to Rick's Nerd Life. A shout out to him. I will have a link to his Instagram down in the video description if you want to check him out. He provided the basically breakdown of what was said during the NECA panel. So first of all, for Gargoyles, they announced that Damora's folded wings will be included with Xanatos figure, and they gave us a look at those folded wings in one of their slides. Then for Dinosaurs, they showed off an alternate head for Earl. So we had seen these figures in the announcement that they were doing figures for Dinosaurs at San Diego, but now we have a look at the alternate head that will come with the Earl figure. And then for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with the animated series, they confirmed that there will be a new Ultimate April O'Neil figure released in the line, which will have a new head sculpt as well as a retooled body and then tons of accessories. So if you missed out on the original April that was offered in the line, again, this is for the animated series, you will get another opportunity at her, and sounds like it's going to be an improved upon figure. And then they didn't give any specifics or say 100%, but they made it sound like that we will also be seeing Casey Jones and Shredder get some type of reissue in the line as well. So basically trying to make older figures available to folks who are newer to the line and just kind of coming aboard. They said in the panel, those baby turtle figures that they showed off during San Diego Comic-Con, it was still not yet determined how those figures would be released. I'm still thinking probably going to see it along the lines of like they did with the Mauser droids, or maybe some type of accessory pack. But again, apparently nothing is finalized with those. So we'll have to wait and see exactly how those baby turtles are going to be released. But apparently everybody at San Diego, when they were on display there, loved them. And those are definitely figures that will be coming to the line at some point. They confirmed that next year it's going to be a big year for Turtles at Target, mainly because of the new movie, the Mutant Mayhem movie that is going to premiere in theaters next year. So NECA's not doing figures from the movie, but because it is a movie year, Target is going to be ramping up their turtle offerings, including the NECA stuff. So one of the things that you can expect to see there is that cartoon Dio playset that they have previously, offered to folks online that will actually end up being offered at Target stores. And then of course there are the Turtle Lair sewer playsets that are going to be going up for pre-order. The first one will go up for pre-order in September. That is the living room playset. I talked about these the other week after San Diego Comic-Con. So 3, the living room playset, the Donatello's laboratory, and the kitchen playset. The diorama playset, you can put them all together, and then you can actually put the city diorama on top of it. The tunnel hatches will open so that you can look inside the dio from the sides of the playset. And they released this image during the panel to show how it kind of looks with the city diorama on top of the sewer playset. So again, the first one is going to go up for pre-order next month in September. They still haven't given us any pricing information. So, and we don't know exactly when in September when these are going to go up, but they will be pre-orders. They're not crowdsourced type things. So, you know, if you decide to pre-order it, you will definitely get it, no matter how many people, you know, pre-order it. Now, they were also asked about Technodrome. You know, they've at past cons shown diorama sets that are made to look like the insides of the Technodrome. So that is something that they would like to release as well, but they want to get these sewer play sets out first. Probably we'll see how those do, and then assuming they sell good enough, we will likely see something for the Technodrome done for the bad guys. The Archie turtle stuff will continue as long as there's demand, meaning as long as the stuff sells, they will continue to do more Archie figures. It was said at the panel by Randy that he would like to do wrestling turtles. So something that we might see in the future. But again, Archie stuff will definitely continue as long as things sell well. And then as far as the Last Ronin stuff, you know, I talked about this again from San Diego. This is essentially going to be its own subline now. They are definitely planning on going fairly deep with this, including spin-offs. So probably we'll start doing figures based on the recently announced IDW prequel series. So again, for Last Ronin, we definitely are going to see more than just 1 or 2 figures. At the convention, they were asked about the Dark Turtle figure that is offered through Loot Crate and whether or not we would see that figure released in any other way. And according to NECA, the Dark Turtle will only be offered through Loot Crate. Now, when asked if we might see more turtle offerings through Loot Crate, while Randy Falk did not say anything specific, folks there seemed to feel that if it were up to Randy, we would not see any more turtle stuff, you know, NECA turtle figures offered through Loot Crate. But, you know, I don't think Randy is the one who makes the final decision on that. So whether or not we see more Loot Crate turtle stuff in the future remains to be seen. And then finally for NECA and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it was said during PowerCon that animated series Toka and Razar 2-pack that was briefly available during that Haulathon event, it was not actually ever available on Target's website or physical Target stores, but the haulathoncostume.com website did have them up briefly. So a few people were able to get them, but not many. But at PowerCon, it was said that this set, along with the Usagi Jumbo figure, will be made available during the next Target Geek Out Collector event. So this is, you know, Target's version of Collector Con. And there has been no specific dates announced yet for the fall one, but usually these things take place, the fall ones take place in September, so that's when I'm guessing the next one will be sometime in September. And when official dates actually get announced, I'll be sure to let you know. But during that event, you can expect another opportunity to get your hands on the Toka and Razar 2-pack, as well as Usagi Jumbo, if you still haven't gotten your hands on that one. That one was much easier to get because NECA made it available for pre-order on their own website. So I think most people who wanted that one, who wanted to get that one online, were able to. As far as physical stores go, I guess they will start hitting Targets around that same time. But again, definitely for the fall event, the Geek Out Collector event for Target, that's when you can expect to get these 2 sets from NECA again online. Super7 has shown off the second wave of their SpongeBob SquarePants Ultimates figures. They went up on the Super7 website yesterday on Sunday, but were not actually available for purchase. I don't know if that was an error or what. It looks like they've been removed, but they should probably be going up sometime for pre-order this week officially. And this wave is going to include the figures of Patrick as well as Squidward. So if you're into SpongeBob SquarePants, these are ones that you might want to check out. I'm thinking these will probably officially go up on Wednesday or Thursday. But like I said, they kind of leaked out. They were up there for anyone to see on the Super7 website. So I guess somebody screwed up and put them up early. But as I said, usually these things go up on Wednesdays or Thursdays. And finally for today, I just wanted to let you know that there are 5 different Storm Collectible figures, recently announced Storm Collectible figures, including that Street Fighter Balrog figure that here in the United States will be offered exclusively through our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store. So again, here in the United States, these figures are going to currently be exclusive to Big Bad Toy Store. Now, as far as other storing collectible figures, I know there's, rumors starting to spread on the internet about the future of how storing collectible figures are going to be offered here in the United States. All I can tell you at this point is nothing is finalized on that front. So anything that you hear beyond these 5 figures, like being exclusive to Big Bad Toy Store only, it's possible that could end up being the case with all storing collectible figures. But again, nothing is confirmed or, finalized on that front. So any rumors that you hear at this point, I would just take with a grain of salt. Okay, so that's it for today. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts on everything I talked about down in the comments section below. Like the video if you're so inclined, and please think about subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. As always, guys, stay safe out there, and until next time, I'll catch you later. Hey, thanks for watching today's video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. And be sure to head over to the Toy News International and Marvelous News message boards communities. It's a great place to talk toys and win cool contests like $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. And remember, action figures are great.